I am an employment lawyer doing primary plaintiff's work, and I'm wondering what you think about offering free consultations. I have been experimenting with $50 initial case evaluations, and I'm concerned about losing leads to competitors who offer free consultations. Okay, so free consultations is always a tough one. I was actually talking to a lawyer not too long ago, actually earlier this morning. And free consultations are so common that people probably are coming to expect them. So I was talking to another attorney who says he charges $250 for a consultation. So he definitely does not do the free consultation. And he said that people pay them all the time. So we were discussing launching a Facebook campaign for his law firm. And one of the things that I was thinking is that what we can do is, instead of turning it into a free consultation, we actually turn it into a strategy session type of thing. And what we have to do is you have to show all the value that's going to be in the consultation or in the strategy session or whatever you actually end up calling it. And the way that you do that is through something that's called the stack, pretty much. And if you look at any of my stuff, when I have offers, you'll see, and a lot of marketers do this. And the reason why is because it's really, really effective. What you have is you have a list of things. So you'll get this, and 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 they're all stacked on top of each other and has a value underneath. And the value is typically 10 to 20 times more valuable than whatever the actual price is. So for him, what we actually did, and actually I don't know if I should say this because it's an actual client. It's basically about creating an offer. So let me give you an example offer for an employment lawyer. So if you're doing plaintiff's work, basically what that means is that you are you're working with people that have been wrongfully terminated, or they feel that they've been wrongfully terminated. Now, what you have to figure out is basically, if you're going to charge $50 and every other lawyer is doing it for free, why should they pay you $50 when they can get the free thing from the other lawyer? So what is everything that you're going to do during that consultation? So what you would say is, I wouldn't call it a consultation. I would call it an employment review or employment termination. What will we call this? We got to come up with some sort of catchy name that's not a consultation, because it can't be a consultation because everyone else does free consultations, and that's not what you're going to charge for. So you have to think about a catchy name, and I'm drawing a blank on a name right now. But what I would do is I would then list out every little thing that you actually do during a review, even if it's something that every lawyer does. So maybe it's a termination letter. We'll provide you with a termination letter review, right? And basically what that is, that's where we actually read your termination letter and we review it, and we try to see, did the company break any laws when they terminated you? We'll do a free employment contract review. We'll review your contract. We'll review your employment contract and look to see if was the termination even legal? Are you even allowed to be fired because of the fact, because if you have an employment contract, I'll look at the contract, see if there's anything in there that would prevent them from firing you in the way that they did. We'll do a sexual harassment checklist, a termination checklist. We'll give you some sort of guide that's going to, basically like some sort of guide that's going to teach you step by step how to file for unemployment, or now it's not called unemployment, reemployment. Is it reemployment? Whatever, unemployment benefits, whatever it is. We're going to give you a step-by-step guide that's going to show you specifically not only how to apply for unemployment benefits, but how to make sure that they actually get approved. And we're going to give you this, and we're going to do that. You know what I mean? So basically what you just need to do is you need to list out these things that you would do anyway, but make them sound like they're really cool. Like, we're going to review your employment contract. We're going to do this checklist where you're going to talk to an attorney, not a caseworker. You're actually going to have a real attorney that you're talking to. We're going to make sure that your employment benefits are good. If you have a case, then what we'll do is after that, we'll actually personally because I think of employment stuff is contingency based, right? So if you actually have a case, then what we'll do is, I will personally file a lawsuit against this thing, and I will personally stand beside you in court, and all this type of stuff, right? You just got to make it seem really cool, and you got to make it seem like that $50 is a really, really, really good value for all the crap they're going to get, even though it's all the stuff you probably do in a consultation anyway. So that's probably the best way. But if you're going to charge for a consultation, you've got to show them why it's worth $50. Otherwise, they're just going to go to somebody else, because the other thing is that they just lost their job, so they're probably not interested in spending a lot of money. So that's something to think about.